In her final and most perilous task, Psyche, the Greek goddess of the soul and once a mortal woman beloved by Eros, descends into the underworld, a realm of shadow and memory, to retrieve a fragment of Persephone's beauty. Each step into the darkness feels heavy with the echoes of forgotten lives, the air thick with whispers of longing. In this labyrinth of the soul, Psyche confronts not only her fears, but the wounds of love and loss that shaped her. Guided by the fragile light of hope, she reaches Persephone, claiming not just a fragment of beauty, but a deeper understanding of herself. When she emerges, carrying the essence of beauty within her, she is no longer the same. Her journey through the unseen has awakened her true self. Isn't the modern city the underworld itself for the Psyche of today? Its worn pavements and crumbling walls hold the weight of lives lived and lost. A place where the past clings to the present like unseen smoke. The city, like the underworld, is a realm where the forgotten lingers, where the mundane transforms into the mysterious. She begins to drift deeper into its hidden corners, drawn by a quiet promise that meaning waits not in the light, but in the shadows she has long ignored. The underground begins to morph into the modern city for the Psyche of today. Oh God, I'm bored, out of my mind. It's like the time has frozen. I swear to God, if this is some kind of joke.
You want a full reference, huh?
Why does it look familiar? I didn't even notice it before today. Oh, I remember. My father used to bring me here. In the cold, biting winter of January 1991, the coal fields of Zonguldak roared not with the clang of pickaxes, but with the voices of 48,000 mine workers. These men now stood united under an open sky instead of the underground, carried a singular demand: dignity. Dignity for their labor, their families, and their futures. With a collective fire burning in their hearts, they began a long march to Ankara. As they neared the capital, they were denied entry, but not denied victory, for their long walk was not in vain. Years later, a statue rose in the heart of Ankara, not far from where the miners had dreamed of standing. A lone figure, a miner, stands tall and resolute in Olgunlar Street, his pickaxe in hand, his gaze fixed forward. It is not just a statue of a worker. It is a monument to courage, to resistance, and to the indomitable spirit of those who dared to walk for what was right. Why not? Let's take a look. He brought me here so many times. The smell of books. My father reading to me, sitting in the shade of trees. It's been so long that I almost forgot. Under Ankara's vast skies, where the wind carries echoes of revolutions and dreams, lies Olgunlar Street, a place alive with the spirit of those who walked it before. Once just a simple stretch of road, it became something more, woven with the stories of its people. In the 1990s, small booksellers set up their orange stalls along its path, offering rare and secondhand books to those who sought them. These stalls, once painted like autumn leaves scattered on the pavement, grew into more than just a livelihood for the vendors. They were extensions of their lives, where friendships were forged, tea was shared, and days unfolded amidst piles of stories waiting to be discovered. On a crisp December day, the street hums with quiet energy. Students, arms heavy with books, drift from shop to shop, while writers and dreamers lose themselves in the cozy corners of bookstores and cafes. The air is rich with the scent of paper and coffee, a blend of nostalgia and purpose. Here, on Olgunlar Street, life unfolds like the pages of an old book, worn yet timeless, each moment steeped in history and the unyielding power of stories. I think I remember us going to a coffee shop right around this corner. As Psyche emerges from the underworld, the shadows she carried within her soften into wisdom, for the trials she endured had sharpened her sight. Where once she saw only what was before her, now she saw the hidden layers in all things. The way sunlight danced like a blessing on ruins, the way every step echoed with the voices of those who walked before. In the city's labyrinth of streets and alleys, she felt the pulse of life beneath the surface, a rhythm hidden in its forgotten corners. Every broken window, every flickering streetlight seemed to hum with stories waiting to be unearthed. The world was no longer a mere landscape, but a living, breathing tapestry of beauty and sorrow intertwined, where even the mundane, a crack in the pavement, a shadow on the wall, whispered of resilience and memory. As she wandered aimlessly, giving herself to the art of flânerie, the city began to reveal itself to her, not as a space of utility, but as a realm of emotion. The echoes of laughter from a distant square, the quiet solitude of an empty park bench, the faint scent of rain on asphalt, all became threads in a larger story, one that intertwined with her own. She had journeyed to the depths, and in returning, the mundane had transformed into the sacred. Psyche saw not with her eyes, but with her soul, and the world answered her with secrets it had long kept hidden, teaching her that discovery was not about reaching an end, but about opening herself to the layers she had never thought to see.